Hey everybody, welcome back to Tech Odyssey. So today I'm here with a review of another mechanical keyboard, and this time it's the Roccat Vulcan 121 mechanical keyboard. It's got the Titan keys on the keyboard with a 1.4 millimeter actuation distance, which is pretty darn impressive because a lot of other tactile keyboard switches have a 1.8. So this gives you a competitive edge. You get your key press in registered faster, and they're built well and a pleasure to use, 30% quicker than a lot of the competition and standard keys. So that's nice. It's got AIMO lighting on it, so you get the full RGB backlit color keyboard experience, which is nice because AIMO means you can use it with other AIMO technology stuff like, oh, I don't know, the Roccat headset or the mouse, so you can coordinate your lighting experience. And it's got 6 macro keys built into the keyboard and fully customizable profiles. So that's kind of a lot to digest up front, but that's just kind of like the tip of the iceberg when it comes to this really cool keyboard, and we're going to talk about it. But before we do, I do want to say, if this is your first time stopping by the channel, I appreciate you being here. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Now let's talk about the Vulcan 121 keyboard. So first things first, before I started reviewing this, I was using the Logitech G910 keyboard, which I liked quite a bit. This was sent out to me by Roccat as a review unit. This is not a sponsored video though. They're not getting to see this before you are. I'm not being compensated for this. It was just sent out for me to review. Now, what do I think about it? I think it's a pretty good keyboard, and there are a lot of things that I like about it. Now, these Titan switches, that's their own thing. I mean, I've used red switches, blue switches, gray switches, brown switches, whatever. There's all different switches onto the moon. But these, I feel, are pretty neat, and they have them marketed as being a 1.4 millimeter actuation distance, which is pretty impressive. Now, they say the competition or most other tactile switches are about 1.8 millimeters, so that's a significantly shorter key press in the world of millimeters. I mean, 1.4 versus 1.8, that does make a difference. It's supposed to be about 30% quicker than the standard switches. So I think that that's probably pretty accurate. Now, I haven't got down there with all sorts of electronics and measuring equipment and all that cool stuff. What I can tell you from a day-to-day user perspective, it's good for gaming, it's good for work, and I have had no problems with it. It's nice because the keys are nice and they're spaced out well. There's plenty of room in between them, so it's easy to clean. That's one thing that's really nice because a lot of times it's really hard to clean underneath your keyboard. Yes, I know, this may not be the biggest selling point to somebody, but I'm sure there's someone watching this right now that says, man, I'm so glad to hear that. So easy to clean. Solid construction. It's got a removable palm rest, which is nice because it just comes right off. Whoop, there it goes. I took it off. But it's got magnets in there that allow it to lock back into place. It's not something that's, you got to slide in there, you got to bolt on, it's already installed, it flops around, it breaks off. None of that annoying stuff. It just works, and it's nice. The keys are really nice to press. The keys have like this contoured keycap on it, which is nice because your finger just kind of falls right into that little groove. It's got a nice, enjoyable, satisfying key press to it. It's not overly loud. Now, my microphone is a couple feet away here, but this is what it sounds like. So that's a number pad. Now you can hear this pick up on the microphone, and then the regular keys over there. So I think that it's kind of comparable to maybe the red switches. It's not overly loud, it's not super soft, but it sounds nice and it's got a good quality feedback and click to it. It sounds like a good keyboard. It's not one of those like cheap plastic ones, the cheap hollowed out ones where it just sounds kind of cheap whenever you're typing on it and the sound kind of carries and it sounds plasticky. This does not sound like that at all. It's got a really nice key press and it feels like it's made well, so I'll give them that. When it comes to the multimedia controls, you've got the mute switch on there, you've got the other sound function button, and then you've got the control knob for the volume, which is really nice because all you have to do is just turn the volume knob. Easy peasy. You don't have to worry about going in, moving the mouse, going to the mixer, adjusting the volume level. You just go right there. It's great. I use this for work all the time, so I like to listen to my music. If somebody calls me, I just hit the mute button and then answer the phone call. Easy. I mean, it's no big deal. So you can do that. Then, of course, you can adjust the volume. That's nice as well, too. So you're not constantly having to change different sound levels on, whatever you're listening to. I like that. Other things, you've got the 6 customizable macro keys. That's cool. You also get the SWARM app from Roccat, which allows you to do the software updates for the keyboard, which is nice. And in addition to that, you've got the customizable lighting profile. I mentioned earlier it's got AIMO lighting. So the AIMO lighting is cool because it's in the intelligent lighting. It allows you to coordinate that with other AIMO devices, so you can have them displaying the same lights at the same time. That's nice. I mean, when you used to look at the way things were fragmented, like let's say you might have a HyperX headset, you might have a Logitech keyboard, you might have a Razer mouse, and they just don't sync with each other. This is really nice, so you can have the same lighting effects going on. You've also got different lighting profiles, so you can change it. You can have the snake where it follows the key, one at a time, or the wave, or the pulsating one. You can even adjust the brightness and the speed on the effects, so that's cool too. In addition to that, you can also fully customize out the keys. So if you want G to be F, if you want shift to be run or whatever, I mean, you can customize it out however you want. There's some preset stuff, but then you can also change each individual key and set up your macros, your keybinds. I'm not really into that stuff. I'm an old man now when it comes to gaming. I just like to use WASD, run around and shoot things or play my games. But if you want to change that, by all means, go ahead. This will allow you to do it. And I fully support it. Go ahead. Go change your buttons. Change them to your heart's content. Then you've also got the sound profiles and the sound effects on here. You can go in and you can change other things like the key repeat or the blinker speed. I mean, I never even thought about changing the cursor blinking speed, but you can do that with this. And also you can do the sound effects for the board. So there's different sounds that you can choose from, like an old typewriter or a really loud mechanical keyboard or even this laser sound. So it's really weird. I mean, they put it in there. It's not like a sound that comes out of the keyboard or the keys don't adjust the way they sound. It comes out of your speaker. So if the sound's off, you're not going to hear it. But if you want your keyboard to sound like lasers, then you can do that. Or if you want it to sound like an old typewriter, you can do that too. So that's really about it. I think that it's a good keyboard. Again, like I said, I've been using it for about a month now. I wanted to spend plenty of time with it before I did this video, because it's not like, here, yeah, send me the keyboard and 3 days later I'll make a video for it. I really wanted to test it out. I've used it for playing games. I use it for work. I use it for all sorts of things. And it's a really well-rounded keyboard. I like the keys. I like the key press on it. You can tell that it's got good quality springs and switches in it. Whenever you press down on the key, it's got this nice gentle feedback on it where you can feel like it's trying to bounce back up a little bit, but you don't have to push it down real hard. So you can tell that they put a lot of effort into the construction of the keys, the way the key press, the keystroke, the actuation distance, all that good stuff. It all works together to give you a really good experience. And like I said, 159 bucks. It's not the cheapest keyboard in the world, but it's certainly not the most expensive either. And I've paid about 150 bucks for my last one, and I feel like this is definitely on par. I don't have a problem with what they're charging for it. Of course, I'm cheap and I don't want to spend $159 on a keyboard, but I can say that having been using it, with the software experience, with the lighting, with the AIMO, with their Titan switches and all that good stuff, I think it's worth the price. It's just a matter of whether you want to spend that kind of money to get one or not. But overall, I like it. I've really been enjoying it. I think it's made well, and I think you're going to get plenty of value for the performance and what they bring to the table. So if you're interested in picking one up, by all means, go for it. And if you want one, you can click the link in the drop down, and then I'll send you over to Amazon, and you can check one out if you want there, or you can go to Roccat's website and pick one up there. But that's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comments section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.